You are one of the players that they say is the toughest to challenge in 2K.
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win tons of VC, and we show you what's to come in 2016. Tune in now. You are one of the players that they say is the toughest to challenge in 2K.
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win tons of VC, and we show you what's to come in 2016. Tune in now.
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win tons of VC, and we show you what's to come in 2016. Tune in now. You are one of the players that they say is the toughest to challenge in 2K.
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win tons of VC, and we show you what's to come in 2016. Tune in now. You are one of the players that they say is the toughest to challenge in 2K.
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win tons of VC, and we show you what's to come in 2016. Tune in now. You are one of the players that they say is the toughest to challenge in 2K.
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win tons of VC, and we show you what's to come in 2016. Tune in now. You are one of the players that they say is the toughest to challenge in 2K.
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win tons of VC.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. The action tonight will be happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Miami Heat. Looking at the last game for Miami, it was a loss to New York. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing the shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one. Well, lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but...
Crispy barbecue chicken?
Ooh, I just can't wait. You make me hungry. Is it lunchtime?
Wow.
We got it some time. But, you know, he's not settling for any look either. This guy is very versatile. He'll take you inside, take you outside. He's the kind of player.
It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Phoenix Suns. At the shooting guard position, at 6'6" number 8, Ken Gregory. Starting at power forward, at 6'9", number 43, Chris Humphries. The other forward, at 6'6", number 17, PJ Tucker.
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns, back on the road tomorrow. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry, guys. I mean, even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
They really do. I mean, whenever they play each other, it means a little bit extra. These are two franchises, as you said, that certainly have had their fair share of tangles in the past.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Heat, Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside, and it's Freak in at the point. Shot's good. About a minute played so far here in the first. Now the feed to Wade. The shot will not go, and Phoenix will come the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And they played with such tenacity on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off of them when they go on offense.
And I think you've got to give all the guys credit. I mean, plenty of credit to go around. You can't just highlight or pick out one or two guys that stood out, because everybody did defensively.
Whiteside off target at the rim.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Passes it to Tucker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 5 on the clock, and stolen by Freak. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here is Knight. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
The Suns have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. From about 19 feet, Bosch grabs the miss. The Heat trail by 5. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Freak with it, and it's Knight picking him up.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Good. Knight's got 7 points in the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And again, it's the Heat missing. Suns leading by 7. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The 18-footer is right on the mark. 9 points in the game so far.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm, and they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting. And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it's certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Out left to the wing. Tucker can't get it to go. Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to New York.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Suns answer.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He's been dominant over the last in scoring, first in free throw shooting, and he's also number 2 league-wide in field goal percentage. You love his ability to score over the top of the defense.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. Fourth, the Suns.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And so he hits both. The Heat trail by 9. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. Puts one up from 19. And another basket for Miami.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
And it's Dragic off the drive. And the shot is good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Winslow's check in for free. Veer. The Heat have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. We've got Len. E.J. Tucker is out there with Humphries. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Gregory in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Baseline jumper, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Phoenix leading by 5. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks was superb. He finished with 30 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. It was a great outing for him, and the team needed him as he was the main source of points all game. Hopefully he gets more support in this one, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Now here's Bosch. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
And here are the Suns now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The shot by Knight, no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And Phoenix has possession following the miss by Freak. Good ball movement here by the Suns. A nice shot by Tucker.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Knight. Freak dishes to Bosch. And again, it's the Heat missing.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Knight kicks it to Tucker. Right side, Knight from 17 feet out. Again, the miss by Knight. The Heat trail by 7. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3. Kevin, let's check out how Miami stacked up in the league stats over the last month. First in shooting percentage. First in lowest turnovers a game. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Now here's Freak. Brandon Knight missing his last shot.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Pass to Gregory. And Tucker kicks to Humphries. Knight on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Knocks down the 3-ball. Knight's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Freak passes to Day. Gets a very good look and converts. 1:07 left now here in the second. Glenn, a screen. Here's Knight. Off the left rim and out.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
No good from Bosch. Suns leading by 5.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Now Knight, 14 points for him. The pass to Gregory. Shoots it. And again, it's the Suns missing. And the first half comes.
Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think you can do better to make up ground on them?
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for Knight. He has 14 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
On the floor for Miami, Dang and Bosch, your small and power forwards. Freak is out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the 5. The Heat trail by 7. And a wide open look for Freak. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. 15 points for Freak.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Freak following the basket by Chris Bosh. And it's Freak missing. Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Knight. And it's Miami with the rebound. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. Feeds it to Whiteside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And, guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
No good on that one. A different look for Miami. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Bosh. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Green in for Dwayne Wade. So he comes up empty at the line. Teardrop shot. Stauskas' shot is off.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Now here's Freak. D right on him to the wing right side. And that is good. Freak's got 17.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And Young kicks to Humphries. Dishes to Tucker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Young left side from downtown. And he gets it to go. And the Suns lead by 5. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Freak. Rebound by the Suns. Tucker dishes to Stauskas. Soft touch off the glass. Stauskas has got his second basket of the night.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Misses, and he wants that one back. Phoenix leading by 7. And Young kicks to Humphries. Screen by Young. And Winslow comes to help. It's Young on the wing. Humphries the pass to Tucker. Here's Billar. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, you'd like to see that every time down the floor.
Warren's checked in for the Suns. The Heat trail by 8. We've got Booker. Warren is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Billar in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
And here is Knight following the three-pointer by Freak, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Off the inbound. Wide open. Tucker can't get it to go.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Dragic dishes to Freak. His three-pointer's off the mark. Suns leading by 5. Booker with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And Booker kicks to Warren. He dishes it to Tucker. Here's Booker. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now here's Booker following the miss by Freak. Knight wide open. Another three for Phoenix.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Freak with it. This one for three. Shot is off.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
They set the pick. Knight, an easy layup after coming off the pick. And it's a 12-point Suns lead.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And he makes good on the layup. 22 points for Freak.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Here's Knight over to the left wing. Here's Tucker. Offensive rebound. Villar. And Tucker kicks to Warren. And that one's good.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
And the Suns making a change here. Humphries checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Deng's checked in. The Heat trail by 13. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Wade outside. Here's Freak. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
A nice shot by Knight.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Lenz checked in for Phoenix. And Miami with a change here, too. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Knight. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. And that's 13 points for Chris Bosh.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Humphries with a screen on Deng. Tucker the pass to Booker. He kicks it to Humphries. Knight for three. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight. Deng dishes to Bosh. Pass to Wade. He feeds it to Freak. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Phoenix leading by 11. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns?
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
2 shots.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Knight hits them both. 1:49 left in the game. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Knight. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Now, here is Knight. Shot is no good. Excellent D from Wade. Outside Deng. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Alex Len picks one up. That free throw, no good.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've gotten extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win and show some aggression. Guys?
The Heat trail by 12. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Brandon Knight.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are. Just a fantastic game for Freak. 25 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Suns.
Steve, I agree. And, I think the attitude was very impressive. And Clark, you had talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with the first victory for this matchup with a 1-0 record against the Heat.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Knight. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Here's Freak. Here's Whiteside. Banked in off the glass.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, congratulations on the win, Brandon. And what did you guys do well tonight that helped contribute to your success?
We just stayed focused. Today we were able to continue to, try to stick to our game plan, get stops, and, just continue to crash the boards. We were able to stay to, true to what we practice and, what we believe in.
It all came together for you, Brandon. Thank you so much. Guys?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Knight. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
Brandon Knight had his A-game working for him tonight. He plays the game at a lightning-fast pace, and we got a serious taste of that tonight. When he puts on those afterburners, forget about it. He's out of there.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Spree Johnson, have a good evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Salt Lake City as the Jazz go up against the Miami Heat. The Heat coming into this one following a loss to the Suns at U.S. Airways Center. They have been a team on a mission this season. Best record in the NBA. We're getting deep into the schedule now, and they continue playing dominant basketball. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
Let's
.2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Utah, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, the home of the Jazz, Energy Solutions Arena. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Jazz make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road. They're free-falling right now, piling up loss after loss. We'll see if they can bounce back.
You know, sometimes during the season, Kevin, as long as it is, teams just go through a blasé period, and that's basically what's happening here. We can't put our fingers on any one or two things. They're just not getting it done.
Yeah, but what it looks like to me, guys, is they are just exhausted. I don't see any of the energy we saw from them in the past, and it's just not a team that appears to enjoy playing the game right now.
So here's Miami's starting group. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3, and it's Freak in at the point guard position. Now here's Johnson. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans. Clock at 4. Shot from 16, and that one's good. Johnson's got the first basket of the game for Utah.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Stolen away. Here's Exum. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I caught up with the head coach for Utah. A big factor in today's game, he said, is how they are able to handle Chris Bosch. He said often in games, Bosch is the X factor with his ability to gather rebounds and finish off chances inside. In order to keep him from dominating the fight on the glass, they'll have to match his intensity every step of the way. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. That's good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Here's Freak. Connects on the 17-footer.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
They set the pick. Now Exum. To the middle. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. 4 on the clock. Johnson, that's for 2. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the game right now. A free throw drops for Gobert. Utah's on defense. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass. And guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Joe Johnston on the wing. He's covered by Dan. And yes, sir, that one drops. 6 points for Johnson. The Heat trail by 8. And here's Freak. 26 points for him last game against Phoenix. Whiteside laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Whiteside's got his first points of the game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. And Exum comes to help. Wade, right side. The wide open look here for Bosch. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
There's a screen. Kicks it to Exum. Pass to Burks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the shot. They get the rebound. Here's Lyles, and it's blocked by Whiteside. High, arcing shot. Pass to Freak. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
So Utah going with an almost entire. Utah leading by 9. On the court for Miami here in the second. Freak, he's in at point guard. Stoudemire out there with Chris Bosch. Then there's Dragic, and it's Green in at the small forward.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Bogdanovich. His last outing, he had 8 points. Down low. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Goran Dragic. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And the first one at the line is good. Johnson, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Heat trail by 11. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns played some outstanding basketball. He ended with 26 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Just another fantastic showing in what has been a great stretch of basketball for him.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Now here's Freak. He has 6. He dishes it to Bosch. Connects from three-point range. Bosch has got 5.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Johnson against Green, and it's Johnson penetrating. Utah shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw, and the Heat with some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Dang comes in for Green, and Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Goran Dragic. The Heat trail by 7. Now here's Freak. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. And it's Miami with another.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Dang against Johnson. Fades and shoots. The shot no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Burks with the double team. Freak passes to Wade. Dang for three. Rebounded by the Jazz. They've led by as many as 11 points. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Jazz lead by 9.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And here's a look at the stats for Joe Johnson. How last month turned out for him, averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library, he lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Lyles, and it's Dante Exum in for Joe Johnson. And Miami also making a switch. Winslow's checked in.
Boy, a good night so far for Freak. He's got 11 points now and 3 assists as well.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And stolen by Booker. And here's the fast break. And the basket good. And now a 10-point Utah lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Exum. Following the miss by Freak.
Stay down. Stay down.
The Jazz have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. Josh McRoberts has checked in for the Heat. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Freak. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Freak's got 13.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
It's about rhythm, Clark. They're up above 50% now for the game, and you'll take that on any night. And defensively, there's still some work, though, they're going to have to shore up.
Now, here's Exum. 6 points for him, and the shot is good. Exum's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Fires for 3. And it's Freak missing. Jazz leading by 10. Gobert with a screen on Wade. Here's Ingles. No good on the 3. The Heat have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 15 points for Freak.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Gobert the screen. Down low, here's Exum. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Knocked away and stolen by Freak. Wade kicks to Freak. Misses the jumper, and they can't get anything on the break. And so we conclude the first.
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
And now the third quarter about to get going. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Lyles out there with Johnson, and it's Gobert in at center. That's the group right now for Utah. Banked in off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 10.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Gobert with a screen for Exum. Inside and stolen by Whiteside. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And that one's good. Freak.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And, Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Now, here's Burks. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Came hard off that pick and finished strong.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact he lacks a little dexterity and even creativity to be an elite finisher.
And the Jazz making a change here. Burks is checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. The Heat trail by 10 on the wing, Dwayne Wade. Good ball movement here by the Heat, and that one's good. Freak.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Gobert. Chris Bosh with the rebound. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Good. 23 points for Freak.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Now, here's Burke. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. And then for Miami, Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Bosh. And Freak subbed in for Luol Deng. Nato, he's covered by Whiteside. Here's the break, and a wide-open look for Freak. Nails the open triple off the fast break. Freak's got 26.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Here's Burks, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Five seconds left in the third. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Jazz lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Utah with the ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Freak, he's in at the point. Green is out there with Dang. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Wade in at the 2. Now here's Freak, outside Dang. Takes the 3. Here's Whiteside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Utah. And Miami with a change here, too. Chris Bosh is checked in for Gerald Green. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And that one's good. Freak. Here's Exum. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Booker dishes to Burks. Gobert with a screen for Burks. Gobert the screen. Johnson. Miami grabs the miss. Bosh has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Freak. Sinks the triple. Freak's got 16 here in the second half.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Dishes to Johnson. A baseline J. That's good. Freak with it. And Exum comes to help. Wade kicks to Whiteside. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 5 assists in the game. Jazz leading by 4. There's the pick. Exum passes to Gobert. To the inside, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
And you can tell that pass just...
Joe Ingles is checked in for Utah. Bogdanovich comes in for Burks. And Miami also making a switch. Freaks checked in. Gobert dishes to Johnson. Fires top of the key. That's short off the rim.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
Gobert brings the double team. Bosh kicks to Dragic. Bosh hits the pick for Dragic. And the Heat, another 3.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
And he gets it to go. And the Jazz lead by 5.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Fast break. Here come the Jazz. The feed to Burke. Gobert, the screen. Here's Ingles. There's the dish to Burke. 4 on the clock. And Bogdanovich kicks to Ingles. Gobert with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Freak. The kick out to Bosh. Bangs home the trifecta.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yeah, Doris.